Welcome to a package from Denmark. One of my viewers, Anfin Thorstein, was so kind to send me a lock that where he lost the keys, and he was so kind to send it to me for my pleasure to see if I can get it open. So let's open it up and look what's inside. I think I know it's a dimple lock by ABUS. Yeah, and here it is. Wonderful lock. Nice finish, shiny, wonderful. 8345. Oh, that's a nasty keyway, but I would not say that this is a dimple lock. I would say that this is a regular pin tumbler with a very wiggly keyway and with a snowman core. Alright, I prepared my dimple picks, but not a big deal to change. Okay, this fits nicely here in the keyway. And it still gives me, hopefully, enough room for my picks. Oh, that's really a bad keyway. Okay, I release tension and see if I got some pins to bind. I got one click and that's it. Okay, let me switch off the camera and I will try offline and see what I got. Alright, here I'm back. It's about half an hour ago since I started to pick this lock out of the package. I failed and then I tried off camera and got it open once. I pulled out the core and extracted this set bar before I put the core back in, and also the screw is not in anymore, so the core is loose in the lock body, but I've used clear tape here to hold it in place. Yeah, so now I want to see if I can pick it open again on camera. I use this pry bar here on the pin side of the plug, and this very thin and deep hook from Sparrows, 15 thousandths, and I try to pick the pins here from the end of this keyway and go through the holes of the warding, which is just possible. It's dragging a lot and you have to be very careful to distinguish pins from warding, not to try to pick the warding, but well, let's see if this works. The lock gave absolutely no feedback, but suddenly it opened. Looks like that it has either no security pins or I picked them all, how can I say, out of order so that they didn't come into play, or the bidding is bad, or I don't know. I'm going here with at least medium tension. It's quite a bit of stress for the pick, but otherwise I fear to overset. I tried to pick with light tension many times, but have not yet learned it. So at the end it's really hard to pick the last pins. I believe it's a 5-pinner. One is pretty good to reach. 2 also. 3 seems to be a long key pin, and then 4 or 5, it's either a very long pin or it's binding really hard, or it's just a boarding. I have no idea. I just know that then it suddenly opened. And I definitely want to show you an opening of this crazy lock on camera. lot of wear here on this poor pick, but that's the life of a pick. At least here in my lock lab, that's the life of a pick. Picks here in my lock lab have to work really hard. Sometimes they break, sometimes they bend. And it's open. Yeah. Good pick. Good job. Well done. Alright, so that was the opening of this crazy lock with this very wiggly keyway. Yeah, it's open, as you can see. I removed the clear tape here. Now I should be able to pull out the core. Here we go. Then we have this little adapter piece here, tail piece that goes in here, and or maybe like so. I told you that I didn't put in the Z bar or C bar. That's, I believe, for making the lock key retaining. So that's how it looks like when the Z bar or C bar is installed. That's for making the lock key retaining. But now I'm curious to see the pins. By the way, that's how it looks inside this wonderful ABUS. Pretty cool. Ball bearing locking mechanism. Just a wonderful, wonderful lock. Here's the symbol here for the Z bar. Yep, that's the way it looks like. So let's open it up. Looks like a spring steel clip. Just need to make sure that I don't lock it back up. So here I'm back 10 minutes later and I got this bad boy off. Wow, that was really a fight. And first I thought I would secure the plug with my pinning shoe, but the keyway is too narrow, doesn't fit. Then I broke the other because I tried to squeeze in the needle and, well, it was too tight and the needle broke, so I have to replace that. But now clip is off and I hope that I can now look inside. You can see that we have all standard key pins, silver color, and we have a wafer in 6. So now all the chambers are empty. Nothing special to it, but a very nice round plug. And here we have kind of a sidebar. Maybe it's a passive sidebar for key control. Let's see if it moves when I stick my pick in. No, does not move. I don't know. Okay, let's dump it out. Looks like there's an empty slot. Oh, not an empty slot. There is a connection here. You can see my pick going through all the way to the keyway. And this is indeed something for key control. So if you insert the wrong key, this thing here will stick out and prevent the plug from turning. All right, very nice core, and with this additional feature here. So where's my core? Oh, that was the plug, sorry. Now we've got the housing and the Bible, and we can look at the drivers. This is a standard driver in 1. This is a spring. This is a standard driver in 2. This is a standard brass in oh, and here is another spring, and I messed it up a little bit, but I think we will see only standard. And here is another master wafer. There were actually 2 master wafers. Then we have another spring. A lot of master wafers. That's pretty interesting. Oops. And here is 6. And another spring and another spring. So that's the core with the Bible and the chambers in the Bible. Very nicely made. Very cool looking. We can see the groove for the passive sidebar here on this side and on that side. Goes in like this, and yeah, here's the sidebar. That matches perfectly. Okay. I know why there is a second groove, because if you open up the lock, I think no, that's stupid. You can't remove the key when the plug is turned. So I don't know why there is a groove. Anyway, that's the core and that's the plug, and here we have seen the pins already. Yeah, I believe that's it. So I'm very grateful and very thankful that I had a chance to get my hands on this beautiful lock and to pick this crazy keyway. Yeah, thank you again so much for sending this to me. And everybody else, thank you very much for watching. Happy picking and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, it's me again. For those who don't know, I want to show how this lock gets reassembled and how it actually works. As I don't have a key, I will just put in the plug like so without any pins and springs, so that I will be able to turn the plug later on. You have to imagine that now the lock is fully reassembled and the clip is on. Now this connection element here goes in the groove, and then you have to slide it in the lock body. I think I have to block your view for a second. Okay, now it's in. When you now close the lock, it's locked up, and springs will push the ball bearing inside the little grooves of the shackle. And when you now try to turn the plug, it's really tight in here, you feel resistance, that's from the spring, and now when you turn it, it opens. And it doesn't return. Yes, it does. Of course, usually you would have the screw in here to hold everything together. Maybe we can simulate or can try to install the set bar so that we can see how the key retaining mechanism works. Or demonstrate the key retaining mechanism. Alright, so now let's put it back together, close it back up. Now it's locked up again, and I simulate a matching key to open it up. It opens, but now look, you cannot turn it back to its rest position, to its neutral position, because of this set bar. Now it stops here, because if you want to turn it more, it will try to turn the cam, but the cam cannot turn because the ball bearing would need to come out, and there is this shackle that has the thick part here at the end where the ball bearing cannot slide in. So you have to first close it, then the room is free for a ball bearing to move in, and now the lock is closed again, and yeah, that's it. That's how this lock works, and yeah, that's now really it. Thank you very much for watching. Happy picking, and bye bye.